Hey, Sean, thanks so much for making time today.
Of course. Thanks, David. Happy to be here.
All right, I'm going to ask you three questions. First question is, what is your background?
Background. All right. I am originally a public relations professional. Came to Baltimore in 2009 thinking PR is going to be for me. And what I found in this network, in this community, was a really vibrant advertising space, transitioned into advertising account management. And at the same time, I also took a part time job where I was doing sales for Newell by Anderson. And what that showed me is not only did it help being a transplant coming here and getting used to the area, but it also got me a little more comfortable with sales. Something that has definitely served me now in my current position, where I run business development for Capauza, a local creative agency.
Awesome. Second question I have for you is, what is a challenge that you faced in your career and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, I joined the workforce at a interesting time, to say the least. I in 2009, as I'm sure I don't have to remind you, the automakers were all going out of business. There's a terrible economic downturn, and I just was about to join the labor market. Not only that, I chose to not stay in Michigan, where I had grown up and gotten my education at Michigan State. I came over to Baltimore. And when I think of the initial challenges I had was really just getting settled, really making those initial connections, networking, just trying to come here as a transplant and understand how this market worked, who the big players were, who would spend their time or give me a shot. That was really tough. That was a really interesting way, I think, to get going and as a professional.
Awesome. Third and final question is, what advice would you give to other business professionals?
Oh man, a couple things. Personally, I think you can't take yourself too seriously. I think, especially during this time, you're always going to be your harshest critic. You need to give yourself a break every once in a while. As we've all moved to these virtual environments where we're no longer, meeting in person or having these kind of interactions in person, it can be very draining and very isolating. You need to be able to give yourself the time to really come out of it, and really respect what your mind and your mental health needs. I think it definitely helps, just being able to throw a quick joke in, be able to kind of have some fun. Jim Reeves is a good friend of mine. He always shows up to networking events with a lovely little visor with some fake hair on it, and that just really warms me up. Really, just kind of relaxes a little bit. But I think everyone's trying to do their best that they can right now. So give yourself some time. Don't take yourself too seriously, and just try and be open and for any kind of conversations.
Awesome. Hey, Sean, thanks so much for making time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, David.